Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I've got my own little personal stamp haul today. So first of all, I'm going to show you one that you can't get anymore. Now I bought this and there was only one, and I haven't seen another one listed, and it's a set of kind of Alpine Christmas trees that well, in my mind I could stamp them in all different colours and put snow and stuff and just create a really nice background. And it's a great size stamp set, so if I can ever find it again I will link it below, but I just have not been able to find it. And as I say, that was the last one and I just didn't stamp it because I don't like to tease people. Right, so next up I got this seriously cute stamp set. Look at that bear. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You get a little candy cane. You've got the sort of like hand-drawn Merry Christmas script. You've got the Christmas balls there hanging down on twine. Lovely shading and shadow in them. And then you've got little tiny sprigs of holly. And then you've got the penguin, the Santa and the snowman. Now these are all connected as one stamp. But as you can see, you could quite easily go in there and separate those. Well, you could certainly separate the snowman. Look at all the space there. And that's probably what I'm going to do. But what I did do was I stamped and coloured the bear, the Merry Christmas and the ornaments. And here's what I did. I used my Touch 5 markers. And I just think it's absolutely great. I mean, I'm not just saying that because I bought it, but look at how crisp that stamping is. I mean, you could add a little bit of colour into those spaces there as well if you wanted to. But that bear with his little Christmas jar of honey, and yeah, I know, he's supposed to be white, but I still can't find my cool grey one. I keep hunting for it. I hope my husband hasn't stolen it. I can't imagine that he has, because he usually steals all of my dark brown markers so that he can touch up scratches in wood and things like that. And that's usually where I have to go to find them, in his workshop. But look at those. I mean, done in watercolour and then just a big drip or splash of watercolour behind would just look absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love that. Love it, love it. And I use my white gel pen to do a little dot there on the nose. Just stamps absolutely perfectly. So that's that one. And then next up is a set of really, really tiny ornaments. Now, I got these because, of course, they'll fit on ATCs. They're going to fit on inches. They're going to make nice little backgrounds if you just want to stamp a few. Or if you've got a Christmas tree stamp and you want to put ornaments into it, then this is ideal. But just look at the detail in those. And also you can get the dies. Now, they're not ones to cut these out. If you wanted to cut these out, you'd have to fussy cut them because no dies come with this stamp set. But they are full-size, huge dies that will cut out like the whole bird with the hanger and things like that. So I will link those below. But I just absolutely love the details. Look, Santa's coat with his little tiny belt. And there's another one where he's got his beard. There it is, Santa's beard. Look, you've even got a little rabbit that you can use for Easter. Put my finger under there. There you go. And it's got a little fluffy tail. Aren't they unusual? I just really, really like them. And it says Christmas balls up there, but, you know, chop that bit off and just have Christmas, and then you can die cut a Merry or something. So that bit up there is still useful. But I just stamped just a few from that set, and I'm digging through my little pile here, and here they are. Just stamped onto a scrap of cardstock. I'll put my finger in there so you can see how big they are. And the penguin, look at that. It even has the little dashes for its feathers and on its head. Just great, great detail. They look great on an ATC. I just love those. And then next up, I'm somebody who absolutely loves vintage Christmas ornaments. And so when I got my hands on this, I was over the moon and just hoping and hoping that it would stamp nicely. Once again, you can just chop off the hand drawn and you've got another Christmas sentiment. You can keep the toys there if you want to. It might be nice for, I don't know, if you've got some vintage ephemera or something that's got Christmas toys, that might blah, 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 might make a nice stamp. Or you can just crop that out and just have the Christmas with the swirlies. So look at those. Do you remember all those vintage ornaments, just blown glass, all in golds and pretty colours? And the little gingerbread house and the icicle. Look at all that detail. Ooh, I love it. And that one just reminds me of a gummy bear. But I still see ornaments like this in the store at Christmas. And here's what I did. Well, first of all, I stamped it using my watercolour ink, which is this stuff that I've shown you before. This is the metallic watercolours. And I did this little bauble. Isn't that great? I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. And I just did that roughly onto a piece of that Walmart watercolour cardstock from the B Company. See how close we can get so you can have a look at those details. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to stamp some more on watercolour cardstock and use them with my metallic watercolours again. And I just stamped some ordinary, and then I did the icicle in ice blue and used my silver sparkle pen on that one down there. But just look at how crisp that is. Just a beautiful, beautiful stamp. And of course you could put a little red heart in the bear's hands and then do that and use your gold sparkle pen or something. And there's the pine cone. Just totally fascinated with the detail. That's me. So that was that set. And then next up is stitches. And these stitches are different because if you look at them, it's not cotton. It's kind of like, well, you know what I mean, not like fine sewing cotton. This is more like floss. And you can see the little bobbly detail because, of course, floss is bobbly. It's not sort of like, you know, thin strands like cotton. So this one is a lot different to some sewing stamps. And you can see all the bubbles there, look. And it does stamp like that. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, for doing your borders and things, they're just wonderful. And on journal pages and tags. But if I show you as close as I can, there you go. You can see the texture of the threads. And if that was embossed as well, it would look absolutely gorgeous. So those are the stitches. I'm going as close as I can. And you can see it stamps exactly the same as the image. Just absolutely love it. Right. And last but not least is seriously, seriously cute. And it's pigs. Yeah, there they go. As soon as I saw them, I just knew I had to have them. And I've stamped them all except for the one who's completely wrapped in his scarf there. But the detail on them is just absolutely glorious. I mean, you've got a little bell on the end of his hat. And this one here, he's in his birthday suit. He's naked. I think this one is supposed to have a suit as well, but I didn't realise until after I'd finished colouring. So that one's naked. And this one is just gorgeous. He's in a little blue onesie. That's how I've done him. But you get those extra little snowflakes there. And you've got the word pigs if you want to use it. But they're just wonderful. So I'll show you those. I stamped them and I fussy cut them because I want to use them in a card. But aren't they sweet? I just absolutely love them. My husband said to me, he said, do you realise you've coloured your pigs the same colour as bacon? I said, no, I haven't. He said, yes, you have. So there's my bacon pigs. Oh, I just think they're wonderful. and they weren't that difficult actually to fussy cut. The only thing with fussy cutting them is they have little curly tails, and you end up having to chop those off. Because I mean, if you look here, you can see they got teeny weeny little curly tails, and I'm afraid my fussy cutting skills are not that delicate, so I had to do without those. But I just think they're absolutely wonderful, gorgeous characters, and I'm going to try and turn that into a card to show you on Monday, because I can tell you that tomorrow I am up with an MX Art Design Team haul, and that takes us into the weekend, and I'm going to have to make some projects from that over the weekend. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll just grab my samples and, you know, just show you again, because oh, I just think that's wonderful. Oh, yes, love it. Right, have an absolutely awesome day. As usual, all links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.